Sam, you've lost the game, but just give us how much you enjoyed being back in the technical area.
Well, obviously, in difficult circumstances, but still accepting the job, then you've got to do the best you possibly can. But of course, it's about being on the training ground for the last week and feeling the adrenaline rush of that opportunity to be back in the Premier League and be on the training ground with a squad of players that we have to try and make better as quick as we can with just 4 games left. So it's been a difficult challenge, of course, we all know that, but it's been one that we've jumped at, enjoyed. Me, Carl and Robbie together have enjoyed working with the players and the backroom staff and trying to get to a position of where we can try and win a football match. And of course, we take some hope out of today on the second half performance, not the first half, but certainly the second half performance, and see if we can build on that and go that little bit farther and make sure that it's a result at the end of the day and not a defeat. But you know, I was slightly fearful, but second half we sorted it out in the dressing room, and we said, they're playing with too much fear, get on the front foot and go and challenge Manchester City. And apart from a silly penalty that we gave away, but a brilliant save from Joel, gave us an opportunity to get back in the game with a fantastic finish. And you know, when you see Man City running the clock down for 4 minutes in their own corner in the penalty area, you know you've got a chance. So we still had a chance right to the very end, but that didn't quite happen.
When you're 2-0 down here after 20-something minutes, and you know that goal difference might be important at the end of the season, as you showed, I think you touched on it, you might be fearing the worst, but it's a great credit that didn't transpire like that, because it could have done.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a huge amount of emphasis on today, and without a lot of knowledge apart from the staff that are already here, we knew we would have to make 5 subs today. I think the disappointing thing was one of our subs gave the penalty away, so I'd have to say that was disappointing. But the rest of the subs came on and kept us going. So we were putting fresh legs on, with fresh energy, and giving us an opportunity of which we created and scored a very, very good goal. So yeah, so you know, making those substitutes and when, because obviously Carl's saying, well, we're going to do the last 2 and there's still 15 minutes to go, and I'm saying, we'll take the risk, because if there's another one that gets injured and comes off, we have to play with 10 men. But it was worth the risk for me, and I think that, you know, like I said, we came close, but not close enough.
And so 3 games to go. Do you have an idea in your mind of how many points you need from those 3 games?
Try to get 3 points against Newcastle, take 1 game. The old story, the old saying that every manager says. But we've got to try and get better between now and next week. We've got to try and increase our performance by 5%. I mean, it'd be too much for asking a bit more than that in such a short period of time. But you know, iron out a few more of the playing side in terms of our possession, because that's what let us down more than anything. Our in possession in the first half, it was too rushed. It wasn't accurate enough. It wasn't clinical enough. They weren't hitting the right spaces. And when we started doing that a little bit better in the second half, we got more of attacking options, which gave the defenders a bit of rest and a bit of respite, so they could regroup and defend again.
Position MRBEAR. Alors que se passe-t-il? Le buteur Hakim Ziyech est resté au sol.